Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. The Cardinals would love nothing more than to finish out today's game with a second notch in that win column. It's the Buccaneers going up against the Cardinals.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and University of Phoenix Stadium here in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
His first carry. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
2nd down following the run. Again, they run with Ellington. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Palmer. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. The 2 old workhorses, Palmer and Fitzgerald, connecting there for a Cardinal first. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Here's Ellington. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays. Back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And Nelson's got it here right side. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On the ground, Ellington. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. To throw is Palmer. He checks it down here to Ellington. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
From the red zone now, here's Palmer on first down. Caught by Nelson left side. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Palmer now. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And that's a big collision. He's knocked backward as they will mark him down. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 3rd down, Palmer. Flush to his right. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Now after the made field goal, here's Dawson back out now to send this one away on the kickoff. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The first carry now for Doug Martin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. So it'll be first down here after the run. They run again on first down. Martin. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Second down, Winston. He finds the rookie from Alabama, O.J. Howard. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. But he's got it.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Doug Martin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Out of the gun, Palmer. And he fires one, but incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. Andy Lee, 3-time All-Pro on to punt. Back deep to return it is Lucky Whitehead. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Goes underneath to Martin. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to face a third down. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout call. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Winston. And this is going to be incomplete. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
Now it's Peterson. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. This is Ellington, and he'll get about 3 as he takes us up near the 25.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Now it's Palmer. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Palmer. Hard throw, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Reminder that coming up later tonight in the national window, we'll see the Giants travel out to Denver to take on the Broncos. And then tomorrow night, it's the Colts and Titans, an AFC South battle from Nashville.
Both of them have designs on winning that division.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dayon Buchanan coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
This Cardinals pass rush in 2016 got home 48 times. That's a pretty good number.
A very good number. Led the league. Is it just because the dudes that they had, or the scheme, or both, or what?
It's always the dudes first, but their scheme, attacking, pressure, they'll continue to pile up the sacks.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. first out. Here's the run with Martin. Room here to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Well, after those plays, the offense coordinator has to feel like he has balance in his favor. Threw it, then ran it, both for nice chunks of yardage. Now he feels like he's got things going in his direction, but the defensive coordinator, his guys are off balance a little bit. How does he set up, and what does he plan for in the next play? Is there a tendency there he can lock in on and maybe set his defensive call?
Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3 and not giving up 6.
On second down, Winston again. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. This is Antonio Andrews. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Operating from the gun, Palmer. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember it. But it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs. And they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that, because now it doesn't give them a chance to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. They begin here with a run by Andrews. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll fake the give to Ellington. Now it's Palmer. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Levante David coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Palmer to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first. Now the big man, this is Andrews. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the gun, Palmer flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun. Palmer. This one complete to Gresham. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15.
Well, I say this with a big smile on my face since I'm a little bit on the veteran side. The 2nd oldest kicker in the NFL. He just moved from San Francisco to Arizona and still knocking them through the post.
Yeah, Phil Dawson, 42, behind Adam Vinatieri, still kicking at age 44. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on a return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Winston now to throw on first down. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for a gain of 31. Jameis now on first down. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from the desert after this. Now Jameis on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jackson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. On 1st and 10, Winston. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Robert Kindici in there to drop him. And it'll be a loss of about 8. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Drops it off to Martin. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
And the former Arizona Wildcat Folk gets this one to go. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put your...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Noah Spence in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On second down, here's Palmer. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target. Third down here.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. The Cardinals on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. From the shotgun, it's Palmer. It's caught. Nelson. A good pickup there at 22.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And he motions the wide receiver. On second down, Palmer. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Palmer. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Winston gives to the tailback, Martin. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Jameis to throw it. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. That was close to a big play. Just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
On 3rd down, Winston. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Chandler Jones able to drop it for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return is Peterson. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They go play action here on 1st down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
O.J. Howard's career numbers at Alabama are not going to blow you away considering his talent. But the national championship game against Clemson, the one they won, oh, my God, What a night he had.
That's the game that I remember from his college career. Over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. The big reason, if not the biggest reason, they won that football game. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So 2nd and 10 here. Winston now. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. And I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been. But it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Palmer. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Robert Ayers in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Palmer gets him set. 3rd and long for the Cardinals after the sack. Out of the gun, Palmer. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taken in at the 22. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They start the drive with Martin. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Kind of running there at your own risk against that 4-3 and that big line, aren't you?
Yeah, and I don't really run it against a good 4-3 team that well because I've got to get those guys on the move a little bit. If you're a static running team, meaning you just want to run it in the middle, you may have some trouble against good defensive tackles. That's what we just saw on that play. No gain.
Play fake to Martin. Now Jameis. He's going to let this go deep for Jake. And got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Give him 30 yards there. First down, Winston. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
So after the interception, here's Palmer. And now this one's intercepted. A 3rd interception for Palmer. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. He also had an interception return for a touchdown last year, another one there. What's the goal for a defensive back? One a season?
One a season is
That's
really
fantastic.
Way more than you would expect. I mean, guys set those types of goals, but rarely are they reached, rarely are they achieved. To be able to pull it off back-to-back seasons, who says no one makes house calls anymore?
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Palmer. He checks it down here to Ellington. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Palmer throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the 1st.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Coming out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, Palmer. Caught, right side, Gresham. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Palmer. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They'll fake the give to Ellington. Now it's Palmer. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Justin Evans, the rookie from Texas A&M.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Again, it's Martin. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. A well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Bucs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Winston. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Caught by Nelson left side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Operating from the gun, Palmer. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Brent Grimes. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. big target, guy you can spot pretty easily, put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Second down, Winston. Trying to lay one up deep. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
The Bucs on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. And a 10th carry here for Martin. Martin flexing the muscle. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. Now a play fake to Martin. Here's Winston. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that will be incomplete as well.
Let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught, find the 1st down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the 1st down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the 1st down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The drive begins with a handoff to Andrews. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On second down, here's Palmer. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Palmer will throw. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Here's Palmer. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now Ellington lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. Winston now after the fumble recovery. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On second down, Winston again. They set up the screen to Martin. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3. Throwing. Winston. This is caught by Jackson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Winston with a give to Martin. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Corey Peters coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Winston under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dayon Buchanan in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And the former Arizona Wildcat Folk gets this one to go. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
The good pickup there, a 22. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Toss play now, Andrews. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. On 2nd down, Palmer. And his throw is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. Palmer now. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now Ellington. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. From the red zone now, here's Palmer on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Now the big man, this is Andrews. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Tampa Bay, they climb back to 500 now at 3.